Welcome back to Diana's Mud Shop. Been a while since I've done a kiln opening, but I fired this 2 days ago, and so I'm at 113 degrees, and I'm going to check and see if it's cool enough for me to touch. If it is, we're going to unload. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to attempt to take the camera off the stand and show you inside because I have my witness cones in here and my bead rack, and I just thought I would show you just a glimpse what it looks like. So here we go. All right, so here is, let's see, trying to find out where, okay, there you go. So you can see the bead rack, and you see how I have it stacked here. Okay, I'm gonna pull out things one at a time. If you can see the witness cones. The witness cones, I have cone 4, cone 5, and cone 6. And I fire at cone 5. My kiln has fired, this was 114 number of firings. So the elements are getting worn a little bit. So I use witness cones top, middle, and bottom so I can make sure that it gets to temperature. Also, I do a little bit longer hold because I want to make sure that it reaches temperature. And I have a lot of ancient copper in here, and I want to make sure it gets that copper color. So my witness cones show that it did start bending the 6, the 4, the 4, the 5, and here's the 6. So I'm happy with that. That's at the very top of the kiln. Now I did stack this all the way up. The top piece is about 2 inches from the top. And this is a bale, garden bale. You can hear the wind blowing out there. I make these with a loop on the inside. If you'll check some of my other videos, I do show how to make this. But here's this one. I used, let's see, autumn foliage interactive pigments from Georgie's on this all over and wiped it back. And then I applied Vert Luster on the top over it. So you can still see the texture through it, but I wanted a little bit of runny color. And it turned a little bit of a blue here. So I like that. All right. Next piece. And now, my notebook with all the colors that I used are in the house, so I forgot to bring them. But here we go. We're going to look at this now. This is ultra turquoise. I use an underglaze on the bottom, speedball blue and white back, and just left it without glaze, so it gives a little bit of a color. And then the ultra turquoise. Now I'm seeing that I had a little bit of, it looks like it's crawled, but it's still covered with the shiny part. So I'm not sure what happened there. I've not had a problem with ultra turquoise. I did do a flux on the top. I'll have to look at my notes to see if I used Mako Light Flux or if I used oatmeal. So I used oatmeal on a lot of stuff here in this kiln load. But I'll look at that and see. But this is the ultra turquoise. This is also the divided dish that I made in one of the videos. If you'll check my videos, I do show how to make this. I made my own forms and used it to make the little shallow divided dish. All right, garden worms. You can see how I stack them on the stilts, and they come off very easy, as you can see. Just tap them and they come off. These will go in my little flower pots. That's a good thing to do with your scraps of clay. Just give a little character to your flower pots. All right, I'll remove this shelf. And yes, it's cool enough. All right. This is something else I tried. I needed some short posts, but I didn't have any more. I used them all, so I took these and laid them on their side to stack that last level, and it worked fine. So I've learned something new I can do. All right, next piece is also ultra turquoise with that same combination. This is a cheese plate, cheese board, or a cutting board. It's got the hole to hook it, and also did the blue underglaze speedball and white back on it. And there's no glaze on the back, just glaze on the front. This is the ultra turquoise with that same, and it did the same thing right here. But now it's not crawled all the way to the clay. It still does have a shine to it, as you can see. So, but we'll have to check out that combination and not use that anymore. Okay. All right, take some posts out. I have a few more of the garden worms. And they didn't even stick to the steel, all right. Here are the next garden worms. He's not a garden worm, he's a candy cane. But you make these similar, see the same shape? And I just, since it's white clay, I just glazed red stripe on it and dipped it in crystal clear. And this one is a blue underglaze, white back. All these were underglazes, and I dipped them all over in crystal clear. All right. The first Mississippi plate. And I will, if you'll go to Dianna's Mud Shop, Dianna, Dianna's Mud Shop on Facebook, I'll post pictures of my pieces on here and give the color combinations on there. All right, now my first paper towel holder. I looked up online to find out the sizes of them, the finished product, and then I calculated and made them according to their shrinkage. I used speedball underglazes along the bottom, crystal clear on the bottom, and then I'm trying to think what glaze I used on the top and in the inside. I think this is blue roof towel. That looks good. I cut the slit for the, so this will hold a small roll of paper towels. I'll test. I did two, and only one of them made it in the kiln. The bigger one did not, so we'll just have to see. All right, here's another bale. I made several of these. And I do the loop on the inside. This is Mako's blue spackleware on the inside. All right, this one again is, I'm thinking I made chun plum on the top, but it doesn't look plummy color. It looks an orange color to me, but it still matches the flowers down at the bottom. And again, I do the ring on the inside. And this one is, wow, ancient copper. And I'm trying to remember what I did on the bottom. I'll have to post those colors. It's a little dark to be a blue, but it looks blue on the inside. But the copper did turn out pretty. Now the pieces for the wind chimes will match the piece that it goes with. I'll start pulling them out. Okay, here's a little bead. I have to work on him to get him off. And a little bird. shadow blue. That's the blue that I used there, and it's dipped, but it did turn dark. This is also shadow blue. It's a Clayscapes glaze, and crystal clear on the buttons and on the handle. All right, a couple more pieces. For the wind catchers, you can see this one's the ancient copper. This is the chun plum. Right, I've got, this was Georgie's Interactive Pigments, the indigo color, and then the crystal clear on the bottom. This is zinc-free clear. And then the top, I think, was sapphire float, and the inside is the blue spackleware from Mako. This is a utensil holder. Oh, and I also did the bottom. All right, this little deal here has been waiting for months to be fired because it's 13 inches tall. Every time I'd load my kiln, I never had room for it. So I finally made sure I had room. This is Jess's Chun Blue. On the inside, you get through Clayscapes. This is cream on the outside. And then this is Mako Stroke and Coat colors for the flowers. All right, I'm going to show how I did my beads. See if I can get my rack up like it is. Okay. When I load my bead rack, I balance out. You can see I put beads, light beads in the middle, and then I put beads on the ends. Don't ever put them all in the middle because your wires will melt and sag. But this way I just pull the rods off and just take the pieces off. Now I've got, wiggle them, they come off. Anyway, I've got some jewelry pieces here. This will be little pendants and earring set here for little bunnies. And I'll just twist these and they will come off. I promise you, I do it a bunch. Anyway, so these just slide off, but I'll do that. Okay, next rack. I'll set these aside and take these off and not use up camera time. But these are the pieces that go with the chimes. Put my racks away. Make sure this shelf is not too hot to pick up barehanded. Pick them up carefully. Okay. On this shelf, I have my muffin pan, and this is stone denim from Mako that I use. Now, I'm a Clayshare member, so I got the pattern from the classes that I paid for in Clayshare. But you can also, I've seen this made in directions in books and online. You can throw your cups. This is 2 inches at the bottom, 2.5 inches wide at the top, less than 2 inches tall each one, and then it shrinks about right. But you can throw them on the wheel or hand build them, and then you just turn them upside down, place them on your slab and cut out the holes. Make sure you put coils around them too, secure the joins. Anyway, this is my muffin pan, and this will go in my house, in my kitchen, and I will use it. Turned out pretty. I like that stone denim, but that's also a really dark clay. So I've also got a clay directions online, not online, but on YouTube, how I make labels. So on my YouTube channel where I made these bunny labels that'll go on like an Easter basket. It just used a cookie cutter, cut it out. But on this side, you just write to or from if you got enough room. And make sure you glaze the bottom. I did glaze these, and then I fired them on stilts. But you can write with a Sharpie their name. As long as you have a good glossy glaze on it, you see the shine. You can wipe it back with alcohol to erase it and put a different name on it if you want. But these make really cute Easter basket labels, and I did them in now this is Georgie's Autumn Foliage white back and crystal clear, and these were just in little pastel celadon colors from Amico. And this is the green, probably wasabi. This is a lavender. This one, I saw somebody looking for a pink. This is a pale pink, but it's cherry blossom from Amico. It is a very pretty color. Just a faint pink. And then this one, like a green. I also did labels of other shapes that further down and to use for Mother's Day. This is a little swirl pattern, little bowl with the foot on it. Let me put these down. Okay, the next I have here. Okay, I made some vintage hearts. There's one more down in there for Valentine's. It's got a little thing you can tie a ribbon to or use it to hang up. This one actually is small enough it could be a pendant. It's also, but I painted all these with speedball underglaze, and then white back this part so that it shows the lace. And then I dipped these in crystal clear. But the backs I wanted color, so I glazed these in the speedball underglaze and then covered in crystal clear. So this was lined with blue and some little yellow and orange flowers. This one is red with blue and orange and red flowers. But I like the colors being, the backs being colored. Enhances it a little bit. They turned out pretty. All right, the second one of my cutting boards, cheese board. I'll have to look and see what color River Rock, I think. I think this was River Rock. And I don't remember if I did a flux around the edge. I think I did. I think I used oatmeal. Of course, I did the underglaze on this and wipe it back, so it's got a little bit of a color. And they turned out real good. I like that they turned out flat. Okay, next level down. Gathered my little posts. This was a tight little shelf. Okay. Here's the small vintage heart. And I did this one with the yellow. Of course, all these were speedball underglazes, and then dipped in crystal clear. I just held on to the thing and just dipped it all. Okay, turned out cute. Now this one definitely could be a pendant. All right, number 3 on the cheese boards. This one is ancient copper and 1 strip of snow. And it's got a little tiger effect. I hear it pinging. I hear it Just a slight pinging. I did put, I stained the back of it with iron oxide so it wouldn't just shine out white, because I know I can't glaze the bottom. There's no way I would fire this on stilts because I wanted it completely flat because it is a cutting board. But it turned out really well. Flat. Ancient copper is shining. Very pretty. So all three of them turned out well. All right. This is sapphire float on the wells, ancient copper on the rest of the pot. This is my extra large egg tray. I do leave it on the bottom bare. It is smooth, and I've got my little stamp here. But I do 3 or 4 coats of the ancient copper. Make sure it has a really good coat on it. Make sure it gets to a hot 5, almost a 6. Ancient copper really likes a 6, cone 6, but some of my other glazes don't, so that's the reason I fire it the way I do. All right. All right, more pieces to, this one goes to the bells. This is another label. This is one I told you was like a Mother's Day label. It's in the pink. This one is also another label. And this is just a little scrap clay I cut out and blue underglaze and then dipped in crystal clear. And I'll use that as a pendant. It's 2 sides, so you can flip it either way. Right, one more label. This one is a heart. It'd be good for Mother's Day. It's got the feet of the little bunny from the texture, so it could be used for Easter or Mother's Day. And this is lavender from Amico's Celadon. Picking up the stilts. Okay, time to move some shelves. Get to the bottom of the kiln. All right. These last 2 shelves, okay. All right, I'm looking at my witness cone, and I see that it just did get to a cone 5 on the very bottom, so that's good. All right, I have a couple small little plates with some texture in it. And again, I'll have to post these colors because some of them I don't remember. This is a lavender, and I'm not sure, that might be blue sapphire on the edges. Pretty sure that's what that is. Run out of room over here. A little heart dish and another little push bowl, poof bowl I call it, and I do have a video on how to make the little poof bowls. Very simple short video on my YouTube channel. Okay, 1 piece left, and it was a commission piece. It's the green. It's called green gloss, but it doesn't really gloss. It's kind of a matte color, even though the name of it is green gloss. And this was a commission piece. I hand drew the bird in the middle and painted it with a green gloss. This is a large Mississippi platter. So there it is. And that is everything. So I will close her up and lock it tight. till the next time. And check out my other videos. Like and subscribe and click that button so you'll be notified when I do upload videos. And I thank you for joining me. Bye.